Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Tina and I'm bobbing along nicely. I haven't vlogged for a couple of weeks. I've been away, so I'll share a bit of that in the upcoming video. Today I can talk to you about what I've been sewing. A shopping trip, which was a shopping trip with a bit of a difference, and also an update on my Busy Bee sewing challenge. So I'll start with the weather. I know we're British, we always talk about weather, but really the change in temperatures has kind of caught me off guard, if you like. I was merrily sewing for summer projects, thinking we'd have an Indian summer in September, and all of a sudden we seem to have gone straight into autumn, and it hasn't stopped raining here for about a fortnight, I have to say. So I have parked most of my lightweight summer dress plans until the spring, because realistically I'm not going to have a chance to wear those items. And I think for me, having not been sewing very long, I really need to concentrate on some autumn and winter makes. That said, I am working on a project in cotton at the moment. Now this is a very, very different project for me. I've had the pattern since March this year. And the fabric, I actually bought the fabric at the Stitch Festival in Islington in London in March. And I decided that really, if I didn't sew it now, I never would. So it's the Robertswood Drafter's Grid dress. I saw this on so many people on the internet over the spring and summer this year and absolutely loved the look of it. So I thought I'd have a go. Now, it's out of my comfort zone because there's really no opportunity to toile it. It comes in a lot of different pieces, and you take your time patchworking those together before assembling the dress. So I kind of put it off for a long time because I didn't want to get overwhelmed, but I decided that 2 weeks ago I ought to actually start making it. I spent a lot of time prior to buying the pattern looking at measurements and finished garment measurements, because you can only download or purchase one size of pattern. Now, having seen how the pattern goes together, I completely understand why that's the case, because there's a huge amount of engineering that's actually gone into this pattern. The pieces are not square or rectangular, they are shaped. And that's how you get the shaping in the dress. So you don't lose part of your patchwork with darts or anything like that. The whole thing is achieved by the shape of the pieces. So I was a little bit daunted to start with. I cut all the pattern pieces out of paper and then I started cutting the fabric. And actually, it's time consuming, but it's not difficult. I made sure that everything was labelled. I clipped the pattern pieces together with little fabric clips and kept them all separate. Once you've cut everything out, you can separate it into front bodice, back bodice, sleeves, front skirt, back skirt. Immediately that becomes less daunting. So at that point I thought, yeah, this is okay, I'm going to cope with this. Once I started putting it together, I decided that I absolutely love this pattern. It's been giving me a huge amount of satisfaction actually putting the pieces together and having them line up. So this is the colourway I've chosen, not a million miles from their demo pattern, if you like, but I really, really like these fabrics. I'm very pleased with the way it's going together. It's a little bit scary because until such time as I've put the zip in the back, I won't know if it fits or not, but I'm confident that it's going to be reasonably close. And also it has longer sleeves. It has lots of different options actually. They put a lot in the book in terms of changing the sleeve length, adding in different lengths of skirt, turning it into a top and a skirt. So actually, although it's probably the most expensive pattern I've ever bought, it gives a lot of options. I've already decided that if this one fits, I'm going to make another one, and that will probably be my party dress for Christmas. It won't be in Christmas colours, but I just really, really like the way it's gone together. And nerdy me loves the fact that all my seams are matching up. let's hope I can keep that going with the zip. One word of caution, the instructions for inserting the zip, it's an invisible zip, which I've done, I think, 3 so far. Basically, it says, insert your concealed zip into the full length of the centre back opening. So I, and anyone else making this, will either need to know how to put a zip in or refer to a textbook. And I've got some brilliant Alison Smith textbooks, so I'm hoping I will just be able to insert the zip from there. So that's my current project. I went away last weekend and I did some fabric shopping on the way home. We were actually in the Lake District for my husband to run an ultra marathon, as you do. It was very, very wet and very windy, but he did it. And I was managed to spectate in a couple of places as well. On the way home on Monday, we stopped off in Preston to Abercan. Now, I have shopped with Abercan online previously, but I've never actually been to one of their shops. It's more like a warehouse. Actually, it's bigger than a shop. I believe they have about 6 or 7 different branches, but this one happened to be only a few minutes away from the motorway, so it was a good opportunity to have a stop. Now, I've never bought fabric by weight before. It's a completely new concept for me. It's a bit unnerving because you don't really know what you're buying or how much you're spending. I can't guess weight of fabric. And an awful lot of the fabric also comes pre-cut. It seems to be somewhere about the 3.5 metre length. But again, slightly strange concept. But I'll share with you what I've bought and what my plans are. So the first fabric I did not buy as a pre-cut length. This is the most expensive fabric that I bought. It's a herringbone twill and it is absolutely, I hope you can see the detail there, absolutely beautiful. So I'm thinking that will be a really nice unlined jacket. I made the almond coat in the folds a few months back, and I have worn it absolutely non-stop. So I'm thinking this might be another one. It's a beautiful, beautiful construction, and I did it with Hong Kong seams. I'll pop a photo up here. And I think actually is a really nice layering piece. It will work quite well. I reserve the right to change my mind. I'll have a look at other patterns, but I'm trying not to buy too many patterns at the moment. I've got a lot in my stash that I haven't yet used. But that was the most expensive fabric I bought. That was just under £40. But, you know, for a custom-made jacket, I think that's pretty good. The next fabric I bought is very me. It's a jacquard. Now, it is a knit, but it's not particularly stretchy. It's got stretch, just two-way stretch, but not too much. Now, this was a pre-cut, so there's just over 3 meters. But for the princely sum, when I got to the checkout, of £11.65. Now, I think if I can get a dress out of that, that's really good value. So holding my nerve and buying stuff that I didn't know the price of worked quite well. I think I'm probably going to make the So Different Artista dress. I like that funnel neck, and I think that would be a nice detail for sort of autumn winter. So I'll let you know how I get on with that one. I bought some sweatshirt fabric. Now, I've got a couple of projects coming up that involve sweatshirt fabric. This was, again, a pre-cut. I think there's about 3.5 meters. There's a join in it, but it's very, very close. It's literally an inch from the end. And it's a really nice colour. Having opened it up, there are some marks on it. Now, I haven't pre-washed this, so it may be that they're dust. It might be that it's faded, in which case I'll have to be careful how I cut pieces out. And this cost me £21.84, so slightly more expensive, but I'm hoping that I can get at least one garment out of it. Probably a project for the Weekend Sewing Club, because that's coming up again soon. And the last piece I bought is cotton linen. Now, I've not worked with cotton linen before. This feels lovely. Oh, look, it's blue again. There's a bit of theme to my wardrobe. I've not worked with cotton linen before, but it feels really nice because it's thicker than just cotton, but it's not too stiff. So it's got a really nice drape to it. Excuse me, I've pre-washed this, but not ironed all of it. But I thought there was enough there. It was actually the end of a bolt. So I bought what they had and it came to 3.8 metres. And it cost me £24.70. So again, if I can get a dress from that, I'll be really happy. I haven't decided which one yet. It does depend on what dress patterns I have and what fabric requirements are. I'm trying not to make the same dress over and over again, but you'll notice that I am wearing yet another Penelope by Emporia Patterns. This one, I love the pattern. I made this one a while ago and it was before I learned about moving bust darts. So actually the bust darts are slightly in the wrong place, but it's very much a go-to dress. I have taken some of the volume out of the sleeves. I'll put the photo up here, but it's a really, really super comfy dress. The fabric was the last subscription box from So Hayley Jane, and it is really, really comfy. I'm trying to think the name of the fabric now. I've forgotten. I'll pop that up in some words here at the back. But it's one of those fabrics that doesn't require ironing. So from my point of view, when we travel a lot, it can be rolled up in a suitcase and it doesn't come out looking all crumpled. I don't have to iron it. Seersucker, that's the word, seersucker. So I love seersucker. If anyone has any links to some really nice pattern seersucker, I'm always up for buying more because it travels so well. And it's really comfortable as well. So I've been shopping, I've got lots of plans, I've changed all of my plans, and I think you'll find that's the way with me. I have ideas about what I want to make, but sometimes things get moved around in the order of things, just for, as I say, for the moment, because the weather has changed and I need autumn clothes. So I'll keep you posted. Now, the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge we're coming to the end of September. I have completed my Nautilus top with the fabric that I had available to me. It's not as long as I'd like, but it is very much wearable. And the release of all of the videos for our reveal, if you like, is next week. So I'll be doing a short midweek video next week on the 23rd. If you haven't subscribed already, if you want to subscribe, then you'll get a notification when that video goes live. It won't be particularly long, but I'll show you what I've made and what I think of the pattern. So yesterday I was away, I came back and I have a subscription box. Very excited. This is my second Think Pink subscription box. Excuse the rustling, I kept the packaging intact. Again, very, very pretty box. So I'll open it, shall I? Let you see what's in it. Find some scissors. Oh, bad planning. All right, I'll rip it. I was so very pleased with last month's box. I'm really excited to open this one now to see what is in it. Oh, right. Stitch a Little Magic, Chapter 9. I'd have to put my glasses on, otherwise I won't be able to read to you. So subscription box number 43. This month's box contains 2.5 meters of fabric. There are 3 colorways. And there's a little scanny code that you can scan for the ebook, which I thought was really nice last month. So here's the first little bag. Cute sticker, obviously. Oh, so in the theme with the stars, Milky Way Magic Stars. I love chocolate, so that's that. They're not going to last long. We have got some hemline dressmakers pencils. Aren't they pretty? I have to say, I tend to have it's a black, there's a graphite one and a white one. I tend to have duplicates of lots of my notions, if you like, and tools, because I go to a social and I hate having to pack my toolbox every single time. So those will probably go into my social toolbox so I don't have to keep unpacking it. And, oh, that's cute. It's a jigsaw, a 50-piece jigsaw. It's tiny, tiny, weeny. Final puzzle size is 90 by 110 millimeters, 3.5 by 4.3 inches. I imagine those pieces are going to be absolutely tiny and good fun. But do you know what? I have adult children who still expect a stocking at Christmas. And I'm thinking I might try and get hold of some of these. Or not, because they might be watching, in which case, no, you've not seen this. And you definitely won't be getting these in your stocking. Yeah. So little pattern pieces like that. I shall look forward to that. I love jigsaws, especially in the winter when it's too cold to go out and do much. And the thread. I'm assuming this is a clue to the fabric. All beautifully wrapped as ever in pink tissue paper. I did try and reuse this actually when I send my jewellery orders out. Although my branding is turquoise, sometimes people get pink. Oh, that's me. That's very me. This is Boho Poppy Fabrics. It's 100% cotton, Oikotex standard. Oh, that feels beautiful. You know when a dressmaking cotton feels like it should be for dressmaking? I have worked a lot with quilting cottons, and they're lovely, but they can be a bit stiff. That. So now I need to think what I'm going to make with it. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what thoughts you have and what other people think they're going to make with theirs, or what you think I should make with mine. I do love the colour and I love the feel of it. But I'm thinking maybe, because it's so soft, some luxurious pyjamas might... Now, it'll be a challenge getting them out of 2.5 metres, but I do like a challenge. Perhaps a short sleeve top and some shorts. And I'd be super, super comfy and feel quite glamorous in that. So, yeah, very, very happy again. Thoughts on a postcard, please. So, that's it for now. A bit of a short and sweet catch-up. I do hope you enjoyed my waffling along as normal. As I say, I will be back midweek next week with my Busy Bee Sewing Challenge reveal. And I'll probably talk then about what the October challenge is. But for now, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, tell me what you think, obviously if it's polite. And I'll catch you all very soon. Thank you for watching.